Morning, January 29. It looks like they've trimmed the plants on this portion. It's good. And we're off to do a long walk. Haven't done this for a week, I guess. So we'll head off to our favorite spot where there are less traffic, less chaos, and just enjoy the breeze. Very good day. My arm is, I would think, 60% healed. But there are still some movements I can't do, so just have to wait until everything is back, almost back to normal before I go back to site. So for the meantime, we'll just enjoy this walk. And I came prepared. I brought my tripod, which I always forget. The promenade. And that big, how would you call those places? Where most animals are left to graze, grazing lands. The river is low. Well, I finally got to cross that busy intersection. So, we're off. On my right side is the Pure Gold. One of the earliest supermarkets here. This portion is more exposed to the road. Sorry, more exposed to the sun. Another roadkill. Looks like a roadkill. Possibly a cat, I guess. Yeah. It's got all the internals splattered all over the road. Jeez. Looks like whatever they were doing here is almost done. Maybe they'll make a park. Maybe they'll make a park. Children hour. Yeah. Check out our rooster farm. Look at those clouds. Don't they look so good? There's a lady watering her plants. Baby hour. Yesterday I posted a vlog about a nest which I thought was a wasp nest before, or something to do with insects, not necessarily a wasp, which turns out to be a bird nest. And yesterday I finally found out what bird it was, and it was a sunbird. When I checked it out in the morning, it still had no eggs. But after I came home from my chores, I discovered there were 2 eggs. Some people consider that lucky. Right at my backyard. Or my dirty kitchen. So I will be featuring the developments of that nest for the next few weeks. Also, I hope that the eggs are fertilized so they hatch and we can watch little chicks which will eventually fly away from their nest. Sunbirds are very similar to the hummingbirds. They feed on nectar, and which they do similarly to hummingbirds. They feed on nectars while hovering over the flower. Hi, good morning. The security guards. Look at all these roosters. Amazing. They all look the same. Men and their roosters. Men and their cocks. You won't believe what I just heard when I passed across a store on my left. It was playing a Christmas carol, and it's only past Christmas. Now January. Just amazing. I just love this stream. I briefly stopped to take a photo of that stream. There's a slight rays of sun passing through the leaves and causing some reflections on the water. Nice. The owner of this land really means no trespassing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 signs. 8 signs across his land. No trespassing, private property. Coming across this large land, and you can really smell the fresh scent of early morning dew. Sometimes you don't have to go to Baguio for that. Amazing. It's like, it smells like mint. Amazing. Duran Brothers Beef Paris and Bami. By the way, in case you're wondering, Paris is pears. Pear. So usually it's composed of a rice and one viand. Paris. Where most of those senior cyclists convert. And if you go that way, that goes to Shotgun and Timberland. This has now become a popular dish here, the peri-peri. Selling ukay-ukay. Check out those dwarf chickens. I attached my phone to my selfie stick. Selfie stick? Self stick. So one thing you can distinguish this place from Marikina, it's got no sidewalks, no decent sidewalks. And in Marikina, it's not difficult to find a place without sidewalk. Practically every place you go to, almost every place you go to has a sidewalk. Some exceptions. Another popular dish is chow fan, with sizzling, dry, grilled pusit. Pusit is squid. Marvy Hills subdivision, and that thing is a factory. Interesting to know what they make. Must be furnitures. Looks like furnitures. I decided to move across. More roosters. I decided to move across. Seems to be a better shadow or shade here. Alpha Mart. Easy. Ed Miguel Hardware. Hardware. Is it? Oh yeah, there you go. So hardware, we got software. Brimming Fields Enterprises. What do they do? Brimming. Okay, so I did a little bit of diversion here. Just wanted to see what do you call this? St. John Homes is actually a subdivision. Check that out. Huh. That is St. John Homes. And they have a lot of warning. So this is Barangay Gulot. I don't think we'll go inside. We don't want any more questions. So that's St. John Homes. My sons and I favorite subdivision. This dog is enjoying some early morning sun. And here we are on our first uphill slope, uphill climb. Another subdivision on my left. Wonder what it's called. There's a barricade. We could check it out next time on a bicycle. And there are so many signs, all pertaining to roosters. Jeez. Everybody here likes their cockfighting, which I think it's called the Pintakasi, Sabong, a Presbyterian church. I'm checking if there's a path to go to the opposite side of this land so that we could see. I think this leads to that open space at Fortune Road. There you can't see any footpath. Okay. Always a temptation. Let's check it out. Woohoo! Oop. I almost tripped over something. I hope I don't get rashes. Oh my. Oh my. There you go. And for a higher point of view, I don't know what it looks. What do you think? Must be a community. And that's where I came from. Let's go back before we start getting questions. Wow, I like that scent of loam. We're back on the main road. So as I've mentioned, I hope I don't get any rashes. Just have to bathe it off later. Wash it all out. I gotta wash those rashes out of my skin and send it out this way. That's where we came from. Like carnival grounds. Must be some local fiesta. And a good looking pharmacy out of nowhere. They probably own the property and don't need to pay any rent. No, that's good. And it serves the community. And that's the local parish. San Benigno Parish. Finally, some sidewalk. And under the circumstances, and good enough. And even one of the most developed countries, such as Japan, have also roads that have no sidewalk. So what they do, they put a white line on either side that serves as a sidewalk. The Alphamart. So when most traffic are turning that way, we are going to simply go straight and intersect them or intercept them at the main road. This is like a small town center. And the 7-Eleven and some other establishments. And that's where those cars that turned earlier come out to. That's my shadow. When you're passing through these places, one is reminded of a province, which this place really is. A rural area. Computerized commercial residential building. This is the Natorian slope and you are returning. So hope this jeep doesn't turn here. Well, I said I hope. So here we are, an hour later, approaching the boundary of Marikina and San Mateo. So, are we going to climb up the steps? Thinking. And we're approaching a police outpost. The police outpost is on the Marikina side. Seems like the Marikina people are protecting themselves or securing themselves. That stairs is inviting. Tempting. And once you climb up the stairs, that's the community on top of that hill. It leads up to. Okay, let's do it. Stair climbing time. And hi, morning. And the moment you go down, you have a jeep area, transportation ride. Those steps probably lead up to the same community on top of this hill. The daily lives of daily people. Another small alley going up. And just like the story in most of this informal area, lots of children. Lots and lots of children. Hello. Hi. Hello. What happened to the speed? Suddenly slowed down. Haha, they're still there. Ah. I saw them. They went too fast on the first slope, and their strength wasn't enough to go to the second as fast as they were doing the first. Moving to the opposite side. There you go. I'm just after the shade. We're now 1 hour and 15 minutes to our walk. Into our walk. I actually made a mistake. This portion is the shaded portion. I have to come back here. Always fascinated about that building. Is it still active or abandoned? I don't really see any activity, so there's a guard. Mass indoctrination, wow. What's happening here? That heart run is filling itself up. A gypsy stop, common here in Marikina. Check out how wide the sidewalk is. Yoo-hoo! Amazing. Woo-hoo. I'm on the pedestrian lane. There's that large piece of land. Oh, man. Yeah. The scent is strong. Yeah, there's still some scent. Oh my gosh. Freshness. Oh man. There's also a lot of ants' nests on the trees. Those are filled with ticks. Those ants are edible, but they're not very popular here, unlike in Thailand and some other Asian countries. Those antiques are called weaver ants. Antiques. They're so called weaver ants because they weave their nests. And they form a colony inside those nests. Another tanker filling up their tanks. They must be distributing it to those uphill communities. Possible. Maybe that's a problem about those uphill communities. They don't have water. Interesting. that's something that you need to check whenever you're tempted to buy at those places. So here we are, an hour and a half later. Hour and a half later we're here. That's the CM Recto in Balagtas. You know those mango trees? They're all beginning to bloom again, and should be expecting to fruit maybe within the next few months. On my left is a factory, and I could hear the machines operating right now. And today's a Sunday, so they probably work 7 days a week. Don't know whether you could hear this. There you go. That's not the wind. Those are machines. I could just imagine how it feels when I return back to cycling. Or when I return to cycling. Return back? What the heck is that? I am being redundant. And here we are on the last leg of our walk. There's a new house being built. The road is too narrow. We're better off at the narrow sidewalk. And half of a small portion of this road is being used as parking space. So this is the shortcut. An hour and 40 minutes. That's the Ricardo's chicken. I was only able to buy, I think twice. They're now closed. Oh well. Whatever happened to you? They looked busy before. Never thought they'll close down. Now this is the Japanese second-hand shop, and we're approaching this corner, and we just took a right turn. How it is. And here we are at the Civic Center, JAN Civic Center. The Shoppo factory and the rest of the other shops. We're now down Bakal. An hour and 45 minutes into our walk. Ubaldo, real estate leasing. The road is too congested at the Daang Bakal, so I decided to walk at the normal roads. A Chopper factory that boasts of being the Manila's best selling Chopper. How true? I don't know. But that's what they said. Look at this, what I saw at the sidewalk. It's a jackfruit tree and it's got fruits. I also saw a serpentina. Ooh, quick, quick, quick. They won't stop for pedestrians. Probably run me over. Little Smart of Langka Elementary School and Preschool. An hour and 55 minutes into our walk. And we're about to turn, heading towards JP Rizal. These people don't have any intentions of walking on the right lane, on the proper lane. A while ago, there were a group of 3 women. They just didn't want to budge. They were hugging the whole sidewalk. Imagine 3, side by side. Pure Gold Jr. We are now along JP Rizal. my favorite cinnamon bread places, but they doubled the price of their cinnamon bread just by putting it inside a better looking container. Crossing. We're finally back. Two hours and 5 minutes to the arch. So this one is pure gold. The first one we saw was pure gold junior. Oh, some people are not following. There you go. How about this guy? Aha. All it takes is one person. One person to create chaos. Amazing. And that car, the pickup I showed earlier, was driven by a woman. She was blocking the traffic, and you could hear all the cars behind her blowing their horns. We are now approaching the bridge that borders Quezon City and San Mateo. Okay, an hour and 15 minutes. We're back at the corner. Should I buy a lunch? What do you think? Interesting.